going. Let me just double check, make sure that I'm not going to get blasted by the sound. So, Thoddius here, low tech magic. Okay, good. Audio's good. So, man, last time I know I felt pretty disorganized, and I'm pretty sure that it seemed kind of disorganized. And for that, I really, really do apologize, guys. Um, Things have been kind of hectic, and I thought I had everything squared away, but it turns out I didn't. So today, I've gone ahead and I've looked at a couple of special things that I do want to get done today. Hopefully, we can accomplish them all. It kind of just turns out, it depends on exactly how the numbers work out. There's a couple of things that we need to do, and in order to make this work, we need to go into um, our storage area here. So I went to the Nether and I died twice, falling into lava. Or actually, no, I fell into lava twice, but only died once. Anyway, so when that happened, because what I needed to do was I needed to find a Nether fortress because I needed to get a very, very specific item from the Wither skeletons, and I'm not talking about their skulls. That's for the Wither. That's a little bit further along. I'll show you what I needed here in a minute. But one of the things that I found was one of the Nether slime islands, which has magma slimy dirt, magma slime balls, and congealed magma slime blocks, as well as congealed blood slime blocks and coagulated blood. I did grab a bunch of soul sand while I was there. Minecraft has created this thing called a magma block, which, if you look at it, if you haven't been down to the Nether and really looked at them, if you stand on it, it hurts you. Basically, it burns you without setting you on fire. Kind of an interesting thing. You can mine it up and you can take it, but it has no recipe that it is used in. So I went ahead and I grabbed some of those. Those could always be used for base defense, which I think might be kind of cool. You could go ahead and put those around an area that you wanted to keep safe. Let's see. Why is my video preview not going here? Let's make sure that syncs up here real quick. Yep. Okay, it is. All right. I just want to make sure that the stream wasn't stuck or anything because I'm still broadcasting on my end. I got a bunch of nether brick and a couple of other things. I got blaze rods, which we need. Those are going to come in handy very, very soon. A little bit more blaze powder and also some magma cream. Let's see. I did some more mining, got a few more diamonds, glowstone. I got a lot of glowstone, and I'm going to need some glowstone here. You know, I'm gonna hold off on that because that'll take just a moment. Before we get to that, I need to upgrade storage on my netherrack drawer. So I got some of the items that I need for that. We're gonna go ahead and do that real quick. One thing I have noticed is that I'm still trying to right-click some things in order to pick them up, which for those of us who have played the Invasion mod pack, that's where that's coming from. So what we need is, now we need some sticks. I think 16 might have been all I needed. But so we're going to do this, and we're going to do this, and that gets us 2 upgrade templates. Now, with these upgrade templates, we can make a bunch of different kind of upgrades. I'm going to go and make a gold storage. It increases the 32 stack limit by 5 times, so that would be significantly more. I could make the iron, but it's I have a lot more useless gold than I have iron waiting around to be used up. If you just want to make it 2 times, then that's obsidian. Personally, I think obsidian is a lot more valuable than the gold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do the gold upgrades here. just because it's something that is going to be extremely useful. And in order to put these on, you have to shift right click with an empty hand, and then it'll open up the upgrade part of the drawer. You just put one of those in there like that, and the nether rack is here. We're just gonna put that in there, and then now we can go ahead and we can put the rest of our nether rack in. So now I don't have to keep trying to turn it into gold, or lava. So I did get some nether wart, and as you can see, I'm running out of places to put things along this wall, so I'm going to have to start my expansion here really soon. Let's just go and put that up there. And I found 2 of these magma slime saplings on that island. So you can plant these, and that should give us the magma slime. So we're going to go out and we're going to plant those here in just a minute. But first I want to go and take care of the upgrade there. So now we're going to be going out to the smeltery, but what we're going to be using is these, the necrotic bones. And this is where we need redstone and glowstone. And I have not much redstone. We'll just put it back when we're done with this. So what we need to do is we need to make a special kind of dust. So if we look at this, we need to make some glimmerstone dust. We could make anthracite dust, but we don't need that yet. What we need is this spectrum dust. So we need to make glimmerstone dust first, which is redstone and glowstone with some blaze powder. Or you can just make the luminar, which is the redstone and the glowstone. So how many do we have? We have 6 necrotic bones, so let's go ahead and get... Do I have 6 of these? No, I have 5, so I'll have to make another magma cream. Or no, it's not the magma cream, it's the blaze powder, isn't it? Let me double check my recipe. Yeah, just blaze powder. So I need a total of 6 blaze powder for this. I have... How many... If I put this into a crusher, I'll get to possibly 3 additional. So 2 of these should be enough to get what I need. I could go for 1 and just leave those 2 in there and hope that I get all 3 of the bonus. Let's, worst case scenario is I got to use 1. So let's throw this into our crusher and hope we get all 5. Give it to me. No, okay. We got 4. We got 6. That's exactly how much we need. So let's go and look at our recipe here. We're going to make... I need to be in the crafting grid. And you might see me come out of the 3x3 crafting grid because of Invasion mod, trying to save the uses on the crafting bench. So what we're going to do is we're going to make these. That gives us 6. And we combine this with our necrotic bones. Now, if you look at necrotic bones, as a drop, they have a 7% chance to drop. And it took me quite a while to get those. You get 10% for a drop of evil, which we're going to be using that very, very soon as well. Wither Skeleton Skull is only a 2.5% chance. So we did pretty well on that. All right, spectrum dust. Now, what do we need spectrum dust for? Well, we need to smelt this up. And the reason why we're going to smelt it is we can use it to make Noctinix with Titanite, which I can mine, and Mithril, which I can mine. So once we get this Noctinix, then we can make the sharpening kit, which will upgrade our pick to be able to mine meteorite. This is the only thing that mines meteorite that I can actually make, as you just saw there with that the spectrum dust. So let's go ahead and put our glowstone back and our redstone back. And we need some mithril. Let's see. I have 4 mithril here. And we need some... Where is it? Titanite. So I'm not sure exactly how much I'm going to need to make the amount that I require, but this is what we're going to go with. Let's see. Okay, so I've also got this brick here for something. Let me... we'll hold off on that. Let's stick with the priority here. So, again, I don't really know how much we're going to need. I'm going to put in 1 spectrum dust. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need it, all the spectrum dust. We're going to put one of those in. We're going to put in 1 mithril and 1 titanite and see how much we actually get. If we look at the ratio here, it shows 2 to 1 titanite and mithril, and 3 on the spectrum fluid. So it's this really weird formula in order to get 1 millibucket of Noctinix. So it's going to be kind of crazy. So there we've got 72 millibuckets of spectrum fluid. So it looks like the mithril is going to cook up first. Let's see. How much lava do we have in there? No, can't add any yet. Okay, so the mithril's about to go, and then the titanite. Now, if you're looking at my inventory here, you might notice that I made a bow. I made a cobalt longbow. And the reason why I made that is because when I went back into the nether, I had to be able to shoot things, because that's one of the problems I had, was getting past the nether mobs that are projectile based, or that I really want to shoot from long range, which would include the succubus and the Baphomet, I believe it was. Okay, so out of that we have 1 nugget and 8 millibuckets. We still have... Yeah, wow. Okay, so we're going to put that in. We're going to throw in 1 more mithril and 1 more titanite, and we're going to see how that works. Oh, man. So, unfortunately, we need more mithril, and that's the one that I have the least of right now. But mithril is here in the overworld, so I can go and get more if I need to. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and just put that there. So now we've got 4 nuggets. Now, remember, I need 2 ingots in order to make the sharpening stone. So, this spectrum fluid is all we've got. If this is not enough, then I have to go back to the nether to get more. That will be another one of those off-camera things, because again, it's only a 7% drop rate. So let's see what happens when that goes. Let's see, other things we've got. Oh yes, one of the things that really helped me survive in the nether, I don't remember if I showed you guys the adamantine armor. It gives you armor toughness, which seems to me like it makes the armor last longer. So basically, it's increasing the durability of your armor. But also, with the adamantine, you get this resistance buff constantly. And you only need to have 2 pieces on in order to get the buff. So you see, it just went away. And it doesn't matter what 2 pieces it is. It can be the helmet and the boots, which is the cheapest, and you'll get a resistance buff straight up. But with all of this on and wearing my slime boots, you'll see that that is pretty much really strong on the armor level here. We're, I think, over full iron there, getting close to diamond. All right, let's double check this here. How much did we get? We have, oh my gosh, that's only enough for 1 ingot. I need to get 6 more. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go play around in the nether later. Oh look, one of our trees grew here. So we get congealed magma slime blocks, and then we have these red slimy leaves, which could drop the congealed blood. Okay, I was afraid that this was not going to be enough. I was looking at my math. Oh no, I need to finish off some obsidian in there. My bad. Let me go grab a bucket here. I was getting rid of some extra lava there, and trying to get rid of some obsidian, or just making obsidian out of it. And apparently I ran out. I clicked on both of them when I should have only clicked on one. So my bucket's empty is because I had just done that. All right, so let's go back there, and we'll finish these off. There should be about half in each. Okay, so in addition to all of those things, okay, we've accomplished some things. We've learned a few things. So if you're going to make this Noctinic stuff, you need 12 of the necrotic bones, which means I should probably try and get something with looting. So that reminds me, on our sword here, what we're doing with this. So I've been playing a lot with how I wanted to make things so that they would automatically repair themselves and be strong enough to really kick some butt. So obviously you guys know about the cleaver here. It does 13.26 plus 3 versus undead, which is great. Plus, because it's sharp, it leaves them bleeding for a short time, so they actually end up taking an extra, I think, heart and a half of damage, depending on their armor. But keeping this thing, we made the main blade steel, I believe it is. Yes, the large sword blade is steel, which means we can repair it for just steel. But I'd kind of like to not have to repair it if I don't need to. Now, if you look at this, the longbow here, we've got stored XP. Because it's a weapon and it's going to be in my hand, it's alive. It can regenerate with the stored XP. And that, I got this thing down really low. I've also put some redstone on it. The Petramore doesn't really do anything. It's just here for the durability. Because if you look here, the Ardite large plate gives 450 durability. The 2 cobalt bow limbs are 780 apiece, and they're lightweight, so the draw speed is fairly significantly reduced from what it could be if I were using other items. Also, if I smack something with it, it does it say damage? It does a little bit of extra damage. And the best way to get this thing experience to level it up is to just whack things with it, I have found. So it's got a 3.87 attack, so 687. It has 2 speed modifiers. But also, one of the things that I like is being able to have a really nice arrow. So what I made was a Manulin arrow with a treated wood arrow shaft, because your shaft doesn't really make much difference anymore in this version. And so I wanted it to have a decent modifier. It heals itself, kind of, with the ecological thing. But I also put the moss on that so that I can keep my ammo recharged. The last thing I want to do is be run around and run out of ammo. So it does 11.72 for its base damage. And if I've got an unarmored zombie or a blaze, I can one-shot a lot of things with it. I keep it in my left hand so that it is out of the way, but it has to be in a hand in order for it to pick up the XP orbs. So I could swap it this way, and it would still pick them up, and I can still shoot. I'm just going to shoot it there. So that's kind of a neat trick. But the main thing here is I need to get this cleaver to repair itself. So it's really easy. I went ahead and I got the material that I needed for that. You do need to have 10 levels in order for this to work. Let me pull it out of here. I went and grabbed some more mossy stone bricks. I actually ran out because I'd been using them for other things, and I really should have been paying more attention to what was going on. But so you take this here ball of moss, and you used to just stick this on to as an upgrade. Not anymore. Now you need 10 levels. You right click on a bookshelf and it turns into the mending moss. So right now this thing, of course, isn't going to have any stored XP, but it's about to. You notice it has 8 modifiers because it's leveled up so many times. So we put that on. One of the main things you want to do is make sure it doesn't make it any slower because the moss used to actually slow down your attacking speed in previous versions. So if you're still in the previous or prior to 1.10, I believe, you may still have that issue. Okay, just had to get a drink. All right, so I definitely need to prep to go to the Nether again. So other than that, things are looking pretty good. I am going to get 4 more. I think I need 4 redstone. Let's see. You know what? I don't have any purple slime area in here. Okay. I've got a spot right here. We've got 5 different colors of slime. Isn't that wonderful? Each one with their own usefulness. And I'm glad that they do actually have a use. So what I'm going to be making is I want a furnace here from Extra Utilities 2 so that I can use my furnace generator to power it. I'm tired of cooking up coal and putting it in the furnace and having to worry about making the small coal or tiny charcoal, whatever. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this. I don't know what happened to the extra blocks I had. For some reason, they seem to have disappeared, and that's okay. So we are just going to go ahead and make ourselves 4 more of these, and then just surround it with some bricks. And also, I'm going to be moving this. It still has quite a bit of power to use up, so I guess what we'll do is we'll just put it right here. It'll take some of that power. Good. So I'm going to end up moving it back here because I need to cover up this square because I've fallen down a couple of times into my lava down below here, which is what's powering the... they're not solar panels, they are lava mills, I believe they're called. And then I've cleared this space out here because we had to go and get the stuff we need for... Let's see, how much do I have here? Just take a stack. And now I can just cook that in there. I can get a speed upgrade too if I want at some point. But I need to start the blast furnace. So that's one of the reasons why I really wanted to have the blaze rods. With 19, we should be able to get quite a few blaze powder out of this from here. So normally you would only get 2 if you were to take this and just put it in normal crafting. You get 2 out of it, which isn't very much. So right here we're already doubling. So we're guaranteed to get 2 with a 40% chance of getting an additional 3. So far, we're doing really well with this. Oh, and that time we only got 2. Very disappointing on that one, but that's okay. I don't think I can take these and just turn them back into the bricks, can I? Is there any way I can do that? Smelting. into another block. Okay, that's not going to help. Man, I was hoping there would be some way I could turn it back into the actual bricks. But thankfully, I do happen to have plenty of nether rack. So, alright. I figured that was going to run out of power here relatively quickly. So now we're going to go ahead and move it back to here. This here still has power. Oh, I don't really have anything I want to do with it at the moment. Let's grab a furnace. And what I've actually got waiting to go in here is a bunch of coal coke. If I put it into the right thing, it'll power that up. And now let's go and cook a netherrack. Put some of these resources away here, like my titanite and my mithril. So, definitely need to go get some more mithril. How disappointing. 13 blaze powder may or may not be enough. I've got some extra adamantine ingots. I'm looking to see if I had any, yes, nether bricks versus, you know, nether brick. Such a confusing name, Notch. They both have the same name. Nether brick and nether brick. Anyway, so the crusher I'm going to leave here. Once it runs out of power, then, you know, we'll continue playing with it. For right now, let's see how many of these we can make. So that's going to give us 8 to start with. And we're going to put these in the same position where this is. Oh, I also added the rest of my nooks. Oh, it sounds like it's getting dark outside. Let's let that cook, and I'm going to show you guys how crazy things get here with this. So if I'm using the cleaver here, come here, you guys. So this here is the kind of spawning that I actually want underground. But I don't want to make, you know, the giant mob farm. Ow, something hit me. Got a little too close. Here, got a chicken egg. I still have my food. Good. So you'll see that I don't take very much damage, even when I'm on fire with this armor. And that's one of the things that I think saved my life when I fell into lava in the nether. Hopefully that's not too loud for you guys. But when I was in the nether, man, I tell you, I thought I was going to basically drown in lava again because I couldn't, the first time I couldn't find the way up. And that really kind of bothered me. So now we come over here and we throw it in here, and you'll see it can store up to 100 XP per mending moss upgrade, basically. And so now you just have to sit here and wait for it to repair itself over time, which it will. So at this point I can swap over to a different weapon. And I made the longbow because I wanted to really be able to do a large amount of damage. So if I'm fully scoped in, it's a one-shot kill. And I can always just left-click to attack them with this. You'll see it repairing itself there as I get the experience. But this here, if I use this to actually whack things with, then it gains the experience so that I can get more modifiers. And that's really what you need to do with these in order to build up the modifiers. So I'm now accustomed to the weight of my longbow. So I now have, 3 modifiers. So every time I level up, I get an additional modifier. But now it's going to take 2,000 experience points. So it'll be a while before I'm ready to do any more on that. But if you look at my arrows in my offhand, they have fully replenished themselves. And I think the fact that it has two different ways of doing so is probably the best thing about the way I made them. I wish there were more ways to do modifiers and such, but it is what it is. I think we've probably got enough XP on this thing. I wish you could see how much XP it had stored without putting it in a inside of one of these, but unfortunately you can't. So we have hit 30 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and run back to the Nether off screen here. I'm still prepping some of the resources here for this. So it appears to have run out of power from that one coal coke. So I really need to get the coal coke going and then this blast furnace so that I have a reliable steel production. That's really going to be one of the big things right now, is having consistent, reliable steel so that I don't have to do it by turning ingots into nuggets and then cooking the nuggets and then putting the nuggets in, recombining them in to make ingots. That's such a long, drawn-out process. I would rather be able to just go ahead and get the blast furnace up and running and make my steel that way. So that's going to be the goal. When I come back, I should have some more of those necrotic bones so we can try to get our Noctonyx so that we can start mining the next tier of not alloy, but the Tinker's metal, so that we can start making even stronger alloys so that we can then get even stronger materials. And then we'll look at making some more machines. There's a couple of things that that I've been playing with from the Invasion mod pack that I was kind of forced to do there, that I want to do here because I've seen how they work and kind of played with it. So with that, guys, thanks very much. I will be back soon so that we can continue with you know, all the things that I've got planned for the future. So thank you very much, and I'll see you guys next time.